Lingi kumi tu. Piga star 544 star 20 hash with the fastest 4G popote. Mwelekeo ni internet.
KTN News. Get the whole story.
I'm not gonna live my life in a cubicle waiting to die. I'm gonna live my life until I die. That's the essence of Club Charles. So that's why I did not shut down. And I'm never gonna shut down. Even if the police come here and shut me down, I'll pay the fines and I'll be back on.
This Saturday, we bring you the story of a Kenyan banker based in the US who turns his house into a club.
Happy Father's Day, because I'll be a father next year.
We hang out as friends, no judgment zone, and we're able to just have conversations that are to help you.
Met back up here, we got engaged here, and at the party from our marriage was here.
Instead of me going to specific clubs which cater for specific cultures, I decided, you know what? Why don't we do it at my house?
Would you offer your house to strangers to meet and party 3 days a week, every month, and all year round? And we are not talking about Airbnb here. I mean, you literally turn your house into a club where you cook and feed strangers for free every single week of the year. I'm not sure I can do that either. Hello and welcome to Diaspora Life. My name is Persil Telewa, and here is a story of a young Kenyan, Charles Kyalo, who does just that. And no matter what happens to him, he has vowed never to stop hosting parties at his home. So my co-host Chris Wamalwa, who is based in the US, brings you this story.
This house is owned by a Kenyan called Charles Kyalo. Charles Kyalo has kept his house open even during COVID-19. And one of the reasons why we're doing this is because we wanted to understand why.
My name is Club Charles. I live two lifestyles. I have my professional life whereby I work in banking and technology. And at the same time, my other half is I live a life of Club Charles. What we do here is we hang out as friends, no judgment zone, and we're able to just have conversations that are to help you.
I got a toast to the fathers. I'm not a father yet. Apparently I got a hug from Aida saying Happy Father's Day because I'll be a father next year. I don't know how she knows that. But anyway, to the current fathers, Jack Sparrow and everybody else. Right? And to the ladies that organized this event. Yes, and the mothers that who are fathers too.
And to the mother fathers.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Yo, celebrate.
We love you.
I love you guys too. Salute.
I hope when you're here, by the time you leave, you got one bit of information that can help you grow yourself. That's it.
Like many Kenyans who now work and live in the US, Charles Kyalo, popularly known as Club Charles, migrated here more than 20 years ago as a student. Straight out of high school, Charles was barely out of his teens, and so, like many others from around the world and especially from Kenya, America presented a contradiction of sorts. On the one hand, it looked exciting with endless possibilities and opportunities, and on the other, challenging, menacing, and outright scary because suddenly they don't have the social support systems that they were used to back at home. With no parents by their sides to guide them through life, they are left to the vagaries of Western life, which in most cases is directly opposed to and a challenge to the African way of life. For Charles, the good thing is that he comes from a relatively affluent family back home, and so his struggles were not how to raise tuition and stay in college like many immigrants do. The struggle for him was how to fit into the larger American social culture that encourages free-wheeler dealing. Out of this, Club Charles was born.
When I came here to the United States in December of 2000, I only hanged out with Africans. And not just Africans, I only hanged out with Kenyans. So everything I did and became was Kenyan oriented. But then I came to meet different people from different backgrounds. They could be from Haiti, Jamaica, they could be from Maine, they could be from Iowa, all sorts of places. And I kept learning different things from them. So what I ended up doing is, instead of me going to specific clubs which cater for specific cultures, I decided, you know what? Why don't we do it at my house? And all those people that I like from different cultures, all y'all come here and let's discuss whatever topics that you have, whatever issues that you have. And someone might say, oh, I don't have my paperwork. Or someone else might say, oh, I need to go to school and get like student loans, but I'm having difficulties. Someone else from a different culture, whatever, they have an experience where they can give them and say, you know what, I know this guy, talk to him or send an email and X, Y, and Z will happen. So, hence Club Charles. It's a gathering place, but we needed to have a positive impact to everybody that comes over.
And Club Charles is basically a fancy term used to describe a house where unregulated parties take place.
It's Carolyn's birthday.
I don't know how this is doing. So we're gonna sing happy birthday.
We're gonna sing happy birthday, but wait.
In French.
In French? We're gonna do it the Kenyan way.
There you go.
Oh, that shit is nice.
I know. This nigga must be from Africa. There's no way he's from here.
I'm just happy, I don't even know why. Put some more salt in there, girl. Don't play around, girl. Be scared, get some shit in there.
Right, we got some more salt.
Yep, just a little thing, little sting. Alright. How old are you, Tony? I'm not gonna ask. We'll just say 21. Alright, hold on, no, let's be serious though. 48 is gorgeous.
Alright, come on.
Carolyn, you've been our friend for such a long time, so thank you for spending this day with us. Gracias. And to you, I don't know how to sing that happy birthday song. Can you lead this?
Happy birthday to you. Crazy. It's your birthday.
Alright, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear child. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
What are the requirements of being a Club Charles? Bring your own beer so that I don't have to cater for you and do like anything extra for you, because it costs a lot to run this club. And one of the things that people don't actually think about is it's not just a club to drink. It's a club where like we eat and all that stuff. So the food and everything, that's all on me every single weekend. And the weekend is just not one day. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you bring your own beer, I can afford the food. It's okay. But I cannot afford the food and the beer every week. So that's why I say, number one rule, BYOB. Number two rule, you can never fight. Just because you have a difference with someone, you can never fight in this club, because this place is only for friends. You cannot fight. That's very, very important. Number three, you cannot just be quiet. You need to share your ideas, your experiences with other people that you meet in the house, because there's something that they can help you with, and then there's something that is valuable about you that you can help them with. So don't be shy.
I've seen it happen, and people judge you with what liquor you bring in. Like some people try to act bougie and, okay, I bought this bottle, and then I've seen people like come in and then somebody like, oh, no, that's don't, you brought this drink, so don't drink this other drink. That's cheap alcohol you brought, so don't drink the expensive stuff. And it's like, no, it's a party. You bring everything. If I brought chicken at a party, so I can't eat the beef, you know, so that's the same thing. If I brought some this alcohol and it's not expensive, so I can't have a taste of that if I've never had. That's what I'm saying. Those are stuff that we can talk about. It's stuff that we see and watch and we see people do.
And people fight about and argue and negative energy bring around.
People come to parties with their own to-go boxes. How?
Yes.
And they take all the fucking food.
Yes. All of it.
Yeah, be like, okay, comes with their own to-go boxes.
Your friends, Bob. They did last
Your
week.
friends.
They went back to go boxes out of their car and packed up everything.
Yes. Well, I mean, everybody coming to this house.
Wait.
You guess.
No, my.
You guess. Now you people say you guess. You guess.
They came right after
I didn't eat the fish.
They went to their car, Charles, and got to go boxes and packed everything up.
Even in the
We're not gonna say names. We're not gonna say names.
They ain't here this Sunday. They don't come every Sunday. They just come.
Just the stuff that happens at parties and you're like, what the F?
Research has shown that most immigrants lose their unique socio-psychological context when their experiences are subsumed under what is called multiculturalism. The stress from navigating different cultural contexts becomes a problem when immigrants operate within mainstream cultural norms that are in conflict with their traditional values. Many Kenyan immigrants to the US, like these ones here, fall into that category. Upon arrival in the US, most encounter little or no support. They experience separation from their families, trouble forming relations, limited access to essential facilities, and lack of culturally appropriate linguistic services. Other issues compounding their dilemma are inadequate information or misinformation, changes in immigration status, which can affect some immigrants' access to health and educational benefits. In many ways, this is what Charles says these gatherings are all about.
You can have a job, but it's not a job that you feel like you're qualified, or rather you feel like you have more qualifications that you don't need to be doing that job. I'll give an example. When you go to New York, you'll find taxi drivers who have master's degrees. They did not go to school and spend all that money just to be an Uber driver and be a taxi driver. No, they want the opportunity to do what they went to school for.
Wait a minute, no, I got a toast to the fathers. I'm not a father yet. Apparently I got a hug from Aida saying Happy Father's Day because I'll be a father next year. I don't know how she knows that. But anyway, to the current fathers, Jack Sparrow and everybody else. Right? And to the ladies that organized this event.
Yes,
and the mothers that are fathers. Who are fathers still?
And to the motherfuckers.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. And yo, celebrate.
We love you.
Alright, I love you guys too. Salute.
She loves you this shit. Wherever Club Charles gets his energy to do this, I cannot start to imagine. But truly, he does this for a great cause. And next time I visit that part of the world, I sure will be able to carry my drink just to see what happens for myself. Thank you so much, Chris, for highlighting this. But hey, this story is not over yet. We are taking a short break, and when we return, Chris will bring you a story of an amazing couple who met and got married at Club Charles. Plus,
never towards you so it doesn't splash. You don't want oil in your face.
Some rare access to tips of preparing steak by Club Charles chef. Don't go too far. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're just in time to experience a typical party weekend in the life of this great Kenyan banker come entrepreneur, Charles Kyalo. aka Club Charles. If you're just joining us right now, Charles converted his home in Delaware State into a club where strangers and friends meet to discuss issues affecting them as they party away. Here is part 2 of the story of Club Charles, as profiled by my co-host Chris Wamalwa. Enjoy.
Before long, this place is going to be crowded. So
No, but by the end of tonight, right now is what? 12:30. Saturday afternoon. By 12:30, midnight, this place will be a whole another different place. It's gonna be a club, right? So, by the way, I've never told you about this. So, my house, as much as I just say, oh, come, we're grilling or we cooking stuff, it's more like a clubhouse. When I say a clubhouse, you know, like how rich people like have golf clubhouses, and they go and you know, they pay membership fees and they can go there anytime. The same mentality is what I'm using for my house or my something. Meaning, my friends, you can come here, and even if you're not my friend, you can still come here too. Because I put my address on social media. You can come here too. And the main thing is come to a place where you can relax, put your hair down, there's no judgment, you can just chill and bring your own beer. Meaning, like, let's say you like to drink something that I don't provide, right? Bring your own stuff. Let's say you drink crazy ass drink. Bring your own stuff and drink it and just relax. There's no judgment. And you're gonna meet new people, and not just new people.
Meet your wife.
New people. Oh, it's so funny you say that, because you know a lot of people here met here for the first time, and I've gone to their weddings.
When the world shut down beginning March last year because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Charles kept the doors to his house open to strangers. And he did this in the glare of social media. He would post images of people making merry in his house, and many people in the community were very uncomfortable with that.
I had COVID, but I had COVID before even COVID was a thing in the United States. I went to Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico, by the way. I went to Puerto Rico in January on my birthday. I went to Puerto Rico in January of 2020. When I came back, that was around like January 18th that week. When I came back, I was sick like a dog. I could not breathe well. I was sweating. I was having headaches. When actually my bed was so wet that if you slapped it, like water would splash out. That's how sick I was. But I didn't know what it was. But in Puerto Rico, I went for a party that had more than 2 million people on the street.
The world shut down from March to the end of the year, 2020.
Yeah.
But the Club Charles didn't shut down.
No.
What was the rationale?
I'm not gonna live my life in a cubicle waiting to die. I'm gonna live my life until I die. That's the essence of Club Charles. So that's why I did not shut down. And I'm never gonna shut down. Even if the police come in and shut me down, I'll pay the fines and I'll be back on.
So what would you tell those people who think that in doing that you endanger the lives of other people?
Good. Oh, very good question. To those people, don't come. Don't come. Stay at home. Be safe. Why would you get inside your car, start your car and say, I'm gonna go to 35 Glenwood Drive, Newark, Delaware to Club Charles? If you know back home you have like older people that you could endanger or young kids that you could endanger, why would you come? You need to be responsible for your own life. Don't come here. But I'm not saying like Club Charles is a disease or COVID cesspool. No, it's just a place where we risk our lives, right? To live our lives. So don't come.
A major component of what makes Club Charles a unique and highly successful house party is in fact the food that Charles provides. He cooks most of his food himself, using knowledge that he acquired from YouTube. But today, he has a special guest in the name of Chef Rick Allen.
How you guys doing? You always know my name is Club Charles, and today is a different type of day. Now, during the pandemic, I've actually learned how to cook, or rather I've been guessing on how to cook for my guests. But then I've always had someone in the background who is a restaurant manager or owner of restaurants, and he knows how to cook. His name is Rick. That's Rick right there. He always gives me pointers of what to do, what not to do. But then today he decided, you know what, Charles? I'm gonna come over and actually really show you how to cook steaks. I've been cooking steaks from YouTube.
Good place.
But then today Rick is here to show me exactly how to cook great steak. So Rick?
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, before Charles and I talked about doing a master class on steaks and learning, you know, the best way to make them and to make them flavorful and have them great starts with picking the perfect steak, seasoning it right, and cooking it properly and to the right temperature. So that's what we're here to do today. We're gonna have some fun and make some great steaks so everybody can eat. Yeah. So we're gonna start with a New York strip, and we're gonna start with a ribeye. Both of them are going in the pan. You want to make sure the pan's scorching hot, a little bit of oil. When you see that smoke coming up, that means it's ready to go. You always want to lay a steak away from you, never towards you, so it doesn't splash. You don't want oil in your face.
Yeah.
That would be bad. You're going to let it sit there. The problem that most cooks do, they always, as soon as it goes in the pan, the first thing they want to do is start flipping and moving things around. It happens on the grill too, a lot of people. The best thing you need to do with steak is let it sit. Yeah. At this size steak, it's going to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on one side. We're going to flip it, do about 2 to 3 minutes on the other side. And then we're going to add some butter, some thyme, and some garlic. We're going to baste it, and it's going to be beautiful and ready to go. So,
by any standards, Charles is a successful Kenyan in the US. He has a great job as a manager in a bank in Wilmington, and he owns this home in this nice neighborhood. Many people in the community love him, and he loves them back.
What's your understanding of Club Charles? What happens here?
Well, to me, Club Charles is Club Charles. Anything pretty much can happen, but not in like negative ways. It's ways of bringing family and friends, different cultures, vibes, different topics, so everybody can get different opinions in all types of aspects without having to feel hatred towards having your own. But this is also a friend's house to me, a family's house to me. Like this is family.
Yeah, it's about 3 years ago I had met back up with my childhood love. You know, ever since then we've been inseparable. So one New Year's Eve I proposed to her here. Then now eventually we got married, and then our after party was here. We met back up here, we got engaged here, and the after party from our marriage was here. So yes, Club Charles is definitely a great place to be. Got good vibes, meet different people from different cultures, especially the food and everything is different. You got different cultures cooking everything.
We all work together.
There's nobody like disrespectful or nothing. So if you ever want to have a great time and want to get away, Club Charles is actually a great place to be at.
In creating and sustaining Club Charles, even during the pandemic, Charles is doing what he loves. He is living his dream in a country full of dreams.
People have so much respect for me, the same way I have respect for them, that I can go upstairs and sleep, because at the end of the day, this is my house, right? Everybody gets to go home to their home. Me, I'm still at 35 Glenwood Drive. So I can go upstairs and go to sleep, and I wake up in the morning, it's like nothing happened. People have enough respect to love the club enough that they clean it up because they want to be there the next time.
Wow, this man Charles, aka Club Charles, is quite inspirational. I feel like I could try this already, even if it's just once in a while, as long as it's for a worthy cause. So what lessons have you learned from Club Charles' experience? Would you open up your house to strangers for free? Share your views and comments via Diaspora Life social media channels, and let's continue with this conversation. That's all time could allow us for this episode of the Diaspora Life. Join Chris and I again next Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Kenyan time for another great episode of the Diaspora Life. Remember to catch these and many other shows on Standard Flix app.
KTN News. Get the whole story.